Peace, everyone. It's quite bright today, for once. The sun's out, for once, in Britain. These grey skies, boy. But anyway, let's get into it. Another dream from the Dreamrealm. Right, so this time, we're in I'd say it's like a massive boiler room type environment. And there's a group of us. And some people are like walking upstairs, looking around. And everyone looks in earnest. So I'm looking around. I'm catching this tense vibe within the camp. And then I look down. I'm carrying this big assault rifle. I'm wearing army fatigues and whatever. And I'm like, rare. Okay. What's going on here then? So anyway, it's like we hear some clanging from down and bay. And everyone's like, okay, everyone, get ready. I'm still like, I've just arrived type thing. I'm like, right, what's going on here? Next minute now, I see this black figure jumping around. I'm like, okay, that doesn't look good. There's no way that that's like a bloke or man or whatever. What's going on here? Next minute now, I'm hearing screams. Someone gets dashed off the railings. Look down, it's like half a body part laying on the floor. I'm like, okay, what the hell is happening here? Next minute now, it's like people are like running. So I'm like following them. I still don't know what's happening. And before you know it, gunshots going off everywhere. I see this thing coming towards us, and then it's like I recognise it's an alien from like the Alien movies. I'm like, oh god, here we go. So I'm pressing the trigger now, and I realise I've got a flamethrower. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm letting off this flamethrower. This alien now's darting about like they do in the movies, like climbing on the side of the wall, on the ceiling, coming towards us. We're running off, panicking. I'm turning around, giving it some fire. Long and short of it now, it's like I turn around, and the next minute, I'm standing around in the boiler room again. Everything's quiet. I look down. I'm wearing these army fatigues. I'm thinking to myself, wow, why am I wearing these army fatigues? So it's like that movie, what's it called, with Tom Cruise, where he keeps on dying when he comes back on the battlefield, and he's having this sense of deja vu, and it's like, hold on a minute, I've been here before. And as time goes on, he keeps on getting killed, keeps on coming back. All of a sudden it clicks to him. It's like, rah, I'm having some sort of strange reincarnation thing going on there. This is what was going on in my dream. So, same scenario happens. The black figure comes, realise it's an alien, blah, blah, blah. Gunshots, rare. So I get the feeling that this has gone on for a few times until it clicks to me. And I'm like, rah, keep on coming back. So that was going on. I kept on getting killed in the dream. That's never happened to me before. I'm not coming back over and over again. That was a weird one. So eventually, I get to the point where I get it in a good position. I'm flamethrowing it, and then next minute now we've got these lasers, shooting lasers at it. but it keeps on coming back. So eventually I get it in the sweet spot and it like shatters it. So I've killed it. I'm like, finally, I've killed it. I've killed one. But then like there's others around, I notice. And then all of a sudden now, God knows how long this went on for. Because remember, I finally had to figure out if I kept on coming back. So I don't know how long it was going on for. But yeah, the last bit, I remember I actually killed one of them. Flamethrowed it and then shot a laser at it. So next minute now, I'm walking down this road near this big park near where I live, so I recognise the road. And while I'm walking down the road, I still remember all the fighting that took place. And I think to myself, oh, I've just come out of a battle. And now everything's cool and I'm walking down the road. So I remember the residue of the last, like, scene, as it were. So I'm walking down the road, recollecting what's just cracked off in the last scene. Which was weird. So I'm walking now. I don't know. I'm walking with somebody, but I can't remember who I'm walking with. It's one of my mates. My missus might have been there as well. I can't remember rightly. So you know how you're walking down the road, and like you catch up to the people in front of you. So like there's this couple, and you're trying to like walk around them, and you're hoping that they notice you first, so they, you know, move a little bit aside, give way for you, so you can walk around. But it wasn't like they were like noticing. So I'm like, oh, okay, excuse me. I like to turn around, like give a little way for us to walk. So as I'm walking past this geezer, I remember him as this guy that I used to hang around with at school. He was a couple of years older than me at school, but he's a really nice guy. We used to play football and all that, and he used to, since I was like quite younger, he used to always let me join in. So I remember the guy. He was a nice guy, and I was like, oh, bloody hell, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I haven't seen you for years. I haven't seen you since school and all this. So having a good catch up. And so we keep on walking down this road. And next minute now, we're round an estate. So it's like a mishmash of estates as I knew as a child that I used to like wander around. But it's all like one big estate, all mishmashed together as one estate that I recognise. So anyway, we're walking past these houses, and in like all the gardens of the houses we were walking past, people have got these like old vintage cars in like the back lawns and stuff, and the front lawns as we're walking past, because we can see the back lawns as well from the road that we're walking down. So you got all of these like old Rovers, old Beetles, some like really, really old, like 1930s, 40s cars. So you just got the shells and stuff. So it's like normally like you see people with like old engines outside, but you got all these like old shells of all these cars. I'm thinking to ourselves, because I'm still with this geezer walking down the road, and we're talking to each other about it. And we're like, look at all these like lovely cars, lovely old cars. It's like people, they should fix them up, man. You know what I mean? It's like classics, collector's items type thing. Because there were some lovely cars walking past. I mean, we couldn't figure out how come so many people got these cars. And it's like, yeah, like them old like Morris Minor type cars and stuff. They look really good when they're done up. So we're just walking around down this road, thinking to ourselves, what's going on? Next minute now, I'm looking around, and I'm in what I recognise in my mind as Blackpool. So I'm looking around now, and there's all these like theme pubs everywhere, and it's like on a pirate theme. They got all like the Jolly Roger flags out and stuff. And I remember one particular pub where the placards outside, and it's like the front end profile of like 18th century pirate ship type thing. So you know, on the front of ships, they'd have like a mermaid type figure carved into the front end of the ship. That type of thing going on. So we're walking down this main road, loads of people everywhere. I'm looking around, and I'm like, I'm really happy. I'm like, oh, I'm in Blackpool, I'm really enjoying myself. I've never been that hyped about Blackpool, so I don't know why I was like so hyped in the dream. But anyway, there you go. I was having a great time anyway. So I was walking down this road. Crazy. Then all of a sudden now, it goes off into like there's a load of gravel, and it's like going down into a slope, going off into like another estate type thing off the main road. But there's a few more like pubs down there and stuff. So I get this notion of wanting to like slide down there. So I go on my front. So like I take a run up, dive, and I'm just skidding along, like on my chest, on my stomach, all the way down to the bottom. But apparently it was a normal thing to do, because everyone's looking at me like having a great time and all that, and people are following me. And it's just like the norm. You know, dreams. So anyway, yeah. So I slid down, got to the bottom, then got back up again. And I was looking around and I was thinking to myself, there should be a lot more people doing that, man. It's like, how come not everyone's not like using the gravel to like slide down? Because in a dream it's the normal thing to do. But anyway, I get back up. Then I walk down to a pub that I recognise for some reason. So I go in there. It's packed. Everyone's at the bar. I'm looking around because I'm expecting someone to meet someone in there. So I get the notion that there's some sort of pre-arrangement to meet someone in there. So I think to myself, right, I need to go to the toilet. So go walk past everyone, go into the toilet. Then all of a sudden now, I'm drunk. So I've just walked in. I've had no drinks in this pub. But as soon as I'm in the toilet, I'm drunk as hell. So I'm swaying around everywhere. I've got these big padded tracksuit bottoms on. You know, the ones that stain really easy. You have a little like raindrop on them, and the raindrop looks like a stain and it spreads out, but it's just water. That type of material. So, so I'm in there now. I'm leaning on the side, doing what I'm doing, and I'm messing myself up. It's like all over the place. I'm like, oh gosh, but I'm not drunk. I'm not really that bothered. so pull my trousers, tie the cord, mess myself up everywhere, but pull my jacket back down so it hides it a bit. But I'm not drunk. I'm not that bothered. So there's a couple of geezers come in. They look at me. They're not that bothered because they're drunk also. So I'm like, walk out, go back into this bar. So I notice there's this cleaner dude. He's at the bar, and he's moaning about his job, how he's had enough, and he's loud about it. Everyone starts to hear him. Everyone's looking around, and his missus is basically saying, "It's like keep it down a bit. What's your problem? You want to lose your job?" And all this. It's like, I'm not bothered. I didn't get paid much anyway. Blah blah. I feel like a slave and all of this. The wages are crap. Blah blah. So I'm watching all of this going on, and then the argument finally dies down. So I'm looking around now and I'm waiting, because obviously I've got to meet someone in there. Then that was it. That was it. Woke up. So it's a pretty long dream today. And the first dream felt like it was a forever. It kept on repeating itself. I always remembered that I've been here before. But I couldn't remember how it ended. But remember, it kept on ending, and I was like, kept on being replaced in this space where I was trying to figure out. I've been here before, Swear I have. So the first one was really weird. Never had a dream like that before in my life. But yeah, make of that what you will. So another tale from the dream realm. Till next time then. Peace.